Hello, it is I, your Senpai, and we are doing another Talkie Time Speedpaint, and today's topic is a story that I had written and am going to basically retell. Okay, so usually when I make these, I just have keynotes that I follow, and then like literally just read off of those, and then add on what I need to add on. But these ones, these notes are so perfect that I'm just gonna read them and then add commentary because they're phenomenal. So, the story didn't really ever have a name. I have been calling it Scarlet's Story since I made it, basically. So, to kind of preface this was a story I had originally written when I was about 12 and in my twilight phase. Yes, if Scarlet didn't give it away, vampire. Anyway, all I wanted was to be a vampire and not have to ever return to school again. I'm sure some of you twihards can relate to that. Or maybe just other people. So, I'm going to read this note for note. I break it down into sections, so I'll just be reading the sections. Scarlet is a vampire. She has been for about 50 years now. She doesn't remember much of her human life, just how to kill. Yes, the most important thing. Next note. Thorn, Scarlet's Turner, decides it's time for Scarlet to move over to human life. She is drawing too much attention to herself. Yeah, after 50 years and only knowing how to kill, I kind of assume. But anyway, in a fit of rage, she decides to murder ruthlessly. I would like that power, to be able to make decisions while I am in a fit of rage. Anyway, she kills the last of someone and then has to go to school. Like you do. Priorities. She goes to school and makes friends with this boy she plans on eating later. Very Black Widow of you, thank you. He finally admits that he may be moving because his aunt and uncle were murdered last night. For the first time forever, she feels guilty for killing. She invites him to stay with her since she felt responsible until he can manage to stay someplace on his own. She's invited him over but completely forgot that he's human and she's not, an easy mistake. And all she wants to do is eat him, also something that I would probably never forget. And she doesn't, sleep or eat, and really, it's obvious, and she should have thought about it, but she really does feel bad. Too late to stop him now, I guess. Chemo, short for Kevin Morgan, Green. Kevin Morgan might have been after each of his parents, Kevin and Morgan, since they died before he was actually born, his next of kin being his aunt. I didn't even know I knew what that word is. These notes are from 2015. Is now living with Scarlet, which Thorn is not happy about at all. Scar wants to eat him and at the same time not seem super obvious about it. She needs to feed, and suddenly freaking Chemo decides to go all Sherlock Holmes all up in this place and tries to find out his aunt and uncle's killer. I'm surprised she didn't do that earlier, but okay. Scarlet is starting to get thirsty and can't be caught by the psycho she let live with her. He has an interest in vampires. She decides to help him get off her scent, claiming she knows about vampires and who she thinks might have done it. You are a liar. Well, I mean, you're not, but you are. Chemo has finally started to catch Scarlet's scent, and it's not looking good for Scarlet. On top of that, if he tells someone, Thorn will kill her. Chemo finds that Scarlet isn't sleeping and assumes it's because of her lost family. That's why you know about them. They killed your family. Oh, honey, no. She tells them and almost let it slip about what she was. And me too. Chemo pauses and Scarlet corrects herself. Emotionally. What? Chemo tries to get closer to Scarlet to help her, and finally he admits that he's pretty much fallen for her. Chemo catches Scarlet in the act of feeding. He connects the dots. She admits that she indeed did kill his aunt and uncle. Awkward. Thorn comes in, ready to kill them both, a vampire who's hardly fed, and a human with no weapons. Turn me. It could take hours, even if it works. Bite me and I'll run. She obliges. They run. He died. Who? There's not any place else for them to run, and she's just protecting him the best he can. Oh, I guess Camo died. Camo springs to life. There we go. And thanks Scarlet. Camo kick booty. Interesting. Camo takes down Thorn and turns to Scarlet. I see. Thorn is defeated by Camo, who his aunt and uncle's killer was. Camo needs to talk with Scarlet. Yeah, hey, you killed my aunt and uncle. Things aren't gonna work out like I thought they were. Camo talks to Scarlet and tells her he forgives her. What? Somehow he understands that life just does what it does. What? It never meant he couldn't find out why. Camo's now a vampire and he has decided to stay with Scarlet. Camo and Scarlet are together. That was a wild ride. I don't even know how I would have written any of that. I deeply apologize. So, with that being said, did any of you have a Twilight phase where something like this came out? Hopefully it's much less worse than whatever that was. And, turning our attention to the drawing, this is the Crooked King. Last night at the time of me recording this, my friend sent me a song. I will link the video in the description. It was phenomenal, and immediately this character like slid in and was like, so like, you're gonna draw me to this? And it was like 1 a.m. and I was like, sir, I do not think so. Perhaps another time, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. So, yes, he is from a story that I think I've only posted one picture of him on my Instagram. He has his own comic, which you can see referenced in the video a couple times. I think the last page is, just needs to be finished being colored or something like that. It's not quite done. I haven't touched it since like March. I probably should go back and see what's up with it. Haven't gotten around to it yet, but I will do that pretty soon. And so that should be up soon. Maybe I might do that before I finish this other webtoon I have in the making. If I do, you will know, and I'll have links everywhere for you to be able to see it. I'm not sure though, because I think there was a longer story than I wanted to make out of it. Maybe I'll just make it like a demo. Because honestly, like this, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so you, listener, watcher, both, tell me about your Twilight phase and or vampire phase and all the cringe or not cringe that came out of it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. All of my social media is linked in the description down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!